up, guys? Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to learn how to create drafting detail components. Okay, so in this exercise, you're going to learn how to create a drafting view, place a detail component. We're gonna work with the field region that represents a detail components, and we're gonna use detail lines to create a detail group, and then we're going to annotate the drafting views using keynotes and text notes. And finally, we're gonna insert that to this sheet P103 plumbing parts and plans details. All right, so let's create a drafting view. So that's the first thing. So as you can see here on our project browser, so I already have here a couple of drafting views created. Okay, so how to create a drafting view? Okay, so how to create a drafting view? Just go to the view tab and then just look for the drafting view. Okay, so that's our drafting view. So I'll just select the drafting view there. So by the way, drafting view, this is a 2D environment. So any changes that you made on the 3D model, it will not affect your drafting view and vice versa. Okay, so we only use the drafting view to create a detailed view or for detailing. Okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna put the name here. So let's say I'm gonna call this typical floor drain detail. Okay, and then for the scale, I'm gonna make this 3 inches to 1 foot. Okay, I'll just select that one and then I'll just select your OK. And there you go. And then the drafting view that I have created is under this questionable uh, discipline and self-discipline. Okay, so it's there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the properties and then let me just move the properties. I'm gonna drag that and then put that here beside. Okay, so here with my typical floor drain detail open, I'm gonna change the discipline there. Okay, so by defining a sub-discipline and a view classification, so you can more accurately locate the view in the project browser hierarchy, because at the moment it's just questionable here, right? So what I'm gonna do is for the sub-discipline, I'm gonna change that to plumbing. So I'll change that to plumbing, and then for the view classification, I'm gonna put that on the documentation view classification, and then I'll just select here apply, and then you see what happens now. So it's now under the view classification documentation under the subdiscipline plumbing. Okay, right. Okay, so now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to place a floor drain detail component. So to do that, let's go to the annotate tab, and then let's go to the component. So let's select detail component, and then you just look for the detail component that you want here. Okay, so in my case, I'll just use floor drain with waterproofing section. So that's the one. So I'm just gonna pick here, select modify, just cancel this one, and then right click, zoom to fit. There you go. Okay, so this is the detail that I'm gonna use and put more details to it before we place it inside our sheet. Okay, so after we place our floor drain detail component, so we are going to use a filled region to create a concrete slab. Okay, so to do that, filled region, by the way, is like a hatch in AutoCAD. So I go to the annotate tab, and then I go to the region dropdown. So you can see now there the filled region. So I'm gonna use this one, and then I'm gonna use a rectangle shape here. Okay, and then you can select from the line style what is the line style that you're going to use for your boundary. Okay, for the filled region boundary. So I'm gonna use medium lines, and then for the properties or the hatch pattern, so I can just use this one, CIP concrete. So I'll just use that type. Okay, and then to start, so I'm just gonna pick here the first point, and then I'm gonna pick another point here. So maybe I'm just gonna put an exact distance here or dimension. So I'm gonna use 1 foot 8 inches and about Okay, so I'll just click. So as you can see, there's a temporary dimension. Temporary dimension. So I'm gonna change the temporary dimension here. So I'm gonna backspace, space, 1/2. So I just want 5.5 inches long. So enter. There you go. Okay, and then after that, I'm just gonna select here modify. I'm going to select all of this line. I'm gonna move that and then snap that to that corner because as you can see, it moves up after I change the size. So I select move, click the corner there, and then snap to that corner. There you go. And then just click outside. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to now finish my field region. So just check this one, and there you go. So there's now your slab. Okay, so now let's add some more details. So I'm gonna add a structural metal deck detail group. So to do that, so go to the annotate again, and then there's the detail group. Just click the drop down arrow. So I'm gonna place a detail group. Again, this is just a 2D drawing. So I'm gonna use here, let's say this one, 1.5 NR 18. So I select that from the type selector, drop down, and I'm gonna click the bottom left corner here of the field region to specify the group insertion point. So just click what? Okay, so I'll just select modify. What happened? Oh, okay. So I think it's because it's behind this hatch here. So I'm going to select this hatch or the field region, and then I'm gonna send that to back. So click, there you go, and then just click outside. There you go. All right. Okay, so next, we are going to modify the boundary of the field region. Okay, so I want to modify the boundary of this field region to follow the pattern of our detail group here. Okay, so to do that, so I'm going to select again the field region. I will select the boundary or edit boundary. Just click that one. And then I'll use, how about I'll use peak lines here. So I select that. And I'll try to pick this corner here. I guess it would be better I'll just use line here. So line. So let's click that corner. Pick. Pick. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick here, gonna pick here, then I'm gonna pick here. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to create another one here to close it, and then I'll just select here modify. Okay, and then after that, you see this one here. So I'm going to use the trim there, trim extend to corner. I'm gonna select that and then select this line to trim. There you go. And then same with this. So click, click. Right? Okay, and then I'll just select here modify. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is can I actually copy this? I'll just copy this one. So let me just delete this one, and then I'll just select this portion here. There you go. And then I will copy that, copy, pick that. Okay, so pick this one. Let's pick this one. There you go. And then select line. Then you pick here, you pick there. Then let's trim that. Trim, trim. There you go. All right. Okay, so I guess we're good. So let us now finish this one. And there you go. Okay. Right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a floor component by using a detail line. Okay, so let's use the detail line. So let's select the detail line here. So I'm going to use a rectangle here. So using the same method that we have learned previously, so we're going to draw a rectangle on the top of our filled regions, I'm gonna pick some, no, here. I'm gonna pick here. Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna pick the second point, just somewhere here. There you go. And then I'll select here, modify. Okay, so this one is too thick, so that's why I'm gonna hover my pointer over the line and then press tab and then click again to select this chain of lines. And then I'm just gonna change the line style to medium lines. Click that and then select modify. Okay, so this lines or rectangle that we have created, this represents the vinyl composition flooring, okay, for that detail. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a detail group. Okay, so to create a detail group, so let's say for example, I'm going to add another line here to add some more detail. So I will select detail line, and then this time I'm going to use a wide lines here from the line style. So I'm going to start picking to this line. Then I'm going to pick here, I'm going to pick here. Okay, and then I'm going to pick here, and then I'm going to pick here. There you go. Then I'll select here, modify. Okay, so I'm going to hover my pointer again to one of the line and then press tab to select or to highlight the chain of lines and then click to select. And then this is how you group it. So just select create group and then specify the name here. Now for that name, I want that to be called as the flashing membrane FD. Okay, flashing membrane details. Okay, and then I'll just select OK. Right? And then I'll just select and modify. So as you can see, it's now grouped here. And by the way, you can also relocate the group origin. So let's say I'm going to click that and then I'm going to hover that or snap that. So let's say here. So you can put there your origin. Okay? Or let's say I'm going to put that to this end here to place the origin of my group. Okay? Right, so after adding that detail, so it's time now to add some break lines. Okay, so again, to do that, so there's the detail component again from the annotate tab. So detail component, and then from the type selector, so let's look for the break line. So just click that one, and then press space bar. There you go. And then we can put it now here. Click. There you go. And then I'll just select here, modify. Now I'm going to select this break line here. And then I'm gonna press spacebar again, spacebar again. There you go. So there's the one. And then we're going to add another break line at the other side. So I'm gonna select again the detail component. Make sure that break line is selected. And then I'm gonna press spacebar 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then let us place it here. Oops. Okay, so select again, spacebar, spacebar. There you go. And then you can also resize your break line. So you can click the break line and then you can resize that. Okay, there you go. So that's the detail of that area. And then just select your modify. There you go. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some annotation to it. So first, let's add a keynote. Okay, so keynote is here on our tag panel. You can see the keynote drop down. So it tags an element with the keynote that we select. Okay, so you click the drop down arrow and then look for the user keynote. So let's select that one. And then for the first points, I'm going to pick it here. Then I'm going to pick here. And then I'm going to pick another point here. There you go. Now for this one, I'm going to put that on the division 22 and 2213. So facility sanitary sewerage, expand that one, expand that. So I'll be using this one, floor drain without waterproofing. Okay, so that's the annotation that I would like to place on my keynote. So I'll just select here, okay. There you go. Okay, so just select modify here to terminate the keynote. Select modify and then click again the keynote. So you see that blue node. Oh, this one, sorry. This one. We are just trying to fix that. Okay, so if you're having a difficulty selecting that blue dot like that, so you can you can click that, click the keynote, hover your pointer somewhere here, and then press tab once. And then once you see that blue note, so you can hold that, and then you can now drag it, something like this. Okay, right. And then you can also select that keynote, and then you can use the arrow on your keyboard to move it up and down. Okay. So that's the detail for that one. And then let us add another detail here, more details for our model or for our detail here. So I will select the text, and then I'm going to use here two segments, and then I want to point it here. There you go. Whoa, where's that? Okay, I'll just escape. I lost it. Right click, zoom to fit. Whoa, where is that? Okay, this one. All right. So let's select the text. Two segments. I'm gonna pick here. There you go. And I'm gonna pick here. Gonna pick here, and then put the detail. So this will gonna be my adjustable. So basically, I'm just adding some more annotation for our uh, detail view here. Okay, adjust bronze strainer with 4 inches flange. Okay, and then just click outside, select modify. Okay, so I'm gonna click that, and then I'm gonna move it up because I'm going to add some more details. Text again. So let's say this, here's our composite floor. So I'm gonna pick first point, second point, pick. So that is our composite flooring. Then just click outside. Then again, while the text is still activated, so I'm gonna add some more detail, some more annotation here, here. Okay, so this is my flashing with minimum 24 inches square, 2.5 pound to 4 pounds. Okay. Lead or 15 ounce copper. Then just click outside. If it is too long, select modify, click that. You can change the justification there. So align right. So maybe I'm gonna change this one as well to align right. Okay. So I'm gonna click this, move. So I'm gonna tidy up like that. Then move up. Leader at middle right. There you go. And I wanna make it look nice. There you go. Straight. There you go. Straight. Okay. And then let us add some more details. So text, two segments, align right. Okay, so this one, I want that one. Click. Okay, so this is our 1.5 NR 18 metal roof deck. Okay, just click outside again, and then the text is still activated, so I'm gonna put another detail. Okay, so this is provide a metal support plate when drain is installed in an existing floor caulk around drain prior to regrounding or regrouting, sorry. Regrouting, just click outside, select modify, click the text. Let's change that middle. There we go. And text again. So this one here. No hub or threaded connection. There you go. Let's move up. All right, so there you go. So there's now our details. So let us add some dimension. Okay, so let's add a line dimension. So from the annotate, so let's use a line dimension here. Okay, and I'm gonna put a dimension. So let's say I want to put here 1, 2, and here 3. Okay, and then let us now put the dimension here. There you go, and then select modify. Okay, so now after we add all the details that we wanted on our drafting view, so we are now going to place the detail on a sheet. Okay, so our drafting view is now done. So we are now gonna put that inside the sheet. So like what I have said earlier, so let's go to the P103 plumbing part plans and details. And then let's say I'm gonna put it here. So I'm gonna drag that roof drain overflow detail. So just drag up, drag, drop, empty view. Oh, sorry, this one, the typical floor drain detail. So let's drag that because I forget this one is empty. So this one is the one that we created. Okay, so let's put it here. There you go. Modify. Now I'm gonna select this viewport here, and then I'm gonna move it up, and then move to the right, just enough to be inserted inside the box, and then click outside. And then you see this title bar here. I can click that separately, not the viewport. So you click the title bar to select it individually, and then you just align that to the other view title there, and then click the viewport, and then click that blue node there. Okay, so let's change the type of the title here. So let's select viewport square typical. There you go. Let's click that one, drag here. There you go. All right. So let me just close the properties and then my project browser to see it clearly. And there you have it. Okay. So there you go. So there's now our drafting detail components. Okay. So this is what you do. So let's say, for example, you want to create a separate drawing from your 3D model that doesn't affect the detail. Okay, so you just create a drafting view because any changes that you made on the drafting view, it will not affect your 3D model, and vice versa. Any changes that you made on your 3D model, it will not affect your detailed view. Okay, so we just want to create a separate detail for our model. Okay, right, so that's it for this video. Our next video, last video for the Revit MEP training. So we are going to learn how to import a CAD drawing. So hopefully you learned something in this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.